shit. I had friends say, if you, out of all the vile pictures, videos, threatening calls, this and that, you pick me that you don't want in your life? What you heard about me? Who am I? Just because of where I sat? Because I sat with May?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you.
We should be able to go in our friends, your mutual friend, you're friends with this person that's live. You should be able to go in their live and watch their live without being blocked by one of their mods because their mods don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just over here being nosy listening to it because we can't. We can't go nowhere. Why? Tell me why.
Because their mods don't like you. Period. That's all it boils down to. The mods don't like you.
Yep. It's weird.
Wow.
It's weird, but just yeah. It's a small reflection right now, but use that Windex and clear it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm going to, and I plan on it. And nothing that anybody can say or do is going to push me away from why I originally started my TikTok. And that's exactly what I'm going to get back to. And I don't care if I get hate for, oh, well, she was doing this, but now she's doing this. No, because I was doing it from the jump.
Yep.
When people jump down a rabbit hole they probably shouldn't jump down in, you kind of get stuck in the circle for a minute. You kind of get stuck down there for a second.
Yeah.
But you got to realize it and say, hey, oh wait, let me get up out of here, because this ain't where I'm trying to go on this app. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I want to do. I don't want no drama with nobody on here. I really don't. Nobody. I just want to do my thing and be left alone and have the people in my lives to feel like they can come in without being attacked or whatever.
And so I'll stay away from some people too, because I don't want you questioned. You know what I mean? Because my friend gets questioned every day by those people. Why you still got her as a mod? Why you still got her as a mod? Bitch, because she's my friend.
Yeah.
And she does stick up for me with that, all right? She does.
I have actually seen her do that. And, and this is my opinion. I do not think Bullet's a bad person.
No.
I think when I seen that account,
Yes, Wendy.
all I seen was a screenshot. I wasn't following it or nothing. Bullet chewed my ass one way up and down, not to me, but on a live. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't even know about this,
Yeah.
And I feel for her because, if I had seen something like that on one of my deceased loved ones, I would have flipped shit. So
No, I don't think she's lost. She's not lost.
I think Bullet has got herself in a situation that she's, I don't know.
Look, Bullet knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
This ain't her first rodeo.
Yeah.
well, I hope that, everybody can find some peace and just coexist without all the BS behind it. Because at the end of the day, listen, it's like this. We're all human. Everybody messes up every once in a while. There's no reason for anybody to be so aggressive toward everybody. Now, I understand when it comes to real life stuff. I get that part. But if it's, little petty shit on this app, like, let it go. Like, who really cares at the end of the day? It's an app. But that real life shit, if that stuff starts coming at me or ever does, like, it's the stuff with my daughter, like, I will absolutely speak up on that.
Exactly.
But if someone says Jess Savage is ugly or Jess Savage is a plot waffle or something, I don't care. Say it all day long, baby. Okay? That shit don't bother me.
And my thing is, if you hear somebody said something about you, go to that person and ask them.
Yes.
That part. And again, I don't think I've had one person outside of my two friends I talk to on a daily basis ever come to me and ask, hey, I heard this, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Ever. Ever. Actually, it's not a think. I know for a fact.
Go to that person and ask them what was said. Because a lot of people are going to take it a different
You would,
way
wouldn't
than what was said. They're going to take it a whole different direction than how it was meant or how it was said.
Facts. And I actually reached out to Bullet yesterday morning before I think she might have just went live when I messaged her on Reddit. Read about it. Sorry. TikTok misunderstood that. When I messaged her on Read About It, I think she had went live thank you for the gifts, guys. I really don't have to give me anything, but thank you. I had messaged her, a few minutes before because I had seen some screen recordings and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute now. That's not what I meant by that comment. I was trying to tell her, and I know she checks those messages on that certain app because someone else was also in communication with her. So,
Wow.
And also I had made a comment under her comment that she had just put on there like 2 minutes prior. So I tried to reach out to her and speak to her off the app, to settle it, but she didn't want it. So there was nothing I could do at that point.
Right.
Well,
Doug, if you have any input, you can say something. And you're just kind of hanging out.
Well, I don't know any of those people, so I mean, other than just, people just need to actually grow up and act their age. There's not a whole lot I'm going to say because I don't run people through the mud.
Right. We're not in high school anymore, people.
Yeah.
right. And I think when it happens is it gets personal. Like I've always said, keep it on the app, whatever. If you're going to say something about me, say it here. But why you got to get so personal? Why you got to make calls? Why you got to throw this? Why you got to do that? Like it is
Why
what
you
it
got to be
is.
so violent?
But yeah, Wendy, yes. But at the end of the day, I said it in the beginning, when just came in, is I don't have to agree with everything
That's true, Wendy.
they do. I don't have to agree with what my friend does, but I will support my friend. I may not support the fight that you're in, and that's just your fight, but I'm going to be in those stands and be like, hey, you okay afterwards, right? And I do that. I do. I check in all the time. You okay? And we'll talk, and whether she or anybody else wants to talk about it, they do. If not, that's fine. But I'm not going to fight that fight with you. There are certain things I do, and then there's certain things I won't because I don't know the other side. I'm not going to sit here and fight about something if I don't know. So again, if I want to go into a live and hear something to see if that's the right way, because I can mishear things, right? I can mishear things and go to my best friend and be like, hey, I just heard they just said this about me. I'm not going to go blazing bullets and be like, I should probably stop saying that. I'm not going to go like blazing ducks and be like, oh, you said this about me. I want to go and hear it. I want to hear it first, but I can't. So,
And that sucks.
and I can't go to the people because I get a message of a F you, F this, F that.
Yep. And
Okay,
that's why a lot of
I
people
just tried.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people send screen recordings because they either A, know you can't go in there, or B, they hear it and they just want you to hear it. And that's how I find out 90% of what's going on, because in all reality, I don't watch a lot of lives like that. I mean, I go into my friends' lives. If I see them on the FYP and they're talking about something that I want to know about, I'll sit there and listen. But 90% of the time, if they're speaking on me or my friends, it gets sent to me. And that's something else that I want to stop, because I think that fuels the fire way too much. And unless they're speaking on my daughter or my home life or something like that, I don't want to hear it, It's
You
just
should
not-
be able to stick up for your friends. A lot of people call each other family on here. You should be able to stick up for them without getting all the backlash, period.
Yeah, and I've oh boy, have I gotten it, but it's okay.
Right.
It's okay because I'll continue to stick up for my close friends. They know who they are, and
Right.
I will continue to be there for them. But as we all do, me and my close friends, I've been friends with these people for a little over, almost 2 years now, or a little over. I'll continue to be that for them, and no matter what anybody says, I know I'm not perfect. I made mistakes in the past. And if there is anything that I ever do or have done that someone is upset with me about, all I ask is for them to come to me. It's not, I'm
Right.
not a hard person to talk to. It is very that simple.
Yeah. It should be that simple.
And in my opinion, you should not record. Like if you're me and Karma's on the phone, I know I'm not recording, and I know she ain't
No.
either. Because you should be able to talk to your friends without worrying about, like on a personal phone call, worried about being recorded and where it's going to go or who they're going to send it to or what's going to be taken out of that phone call. You should be able to do that without having to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
you
you know-
can't.
Well, something else, y'all, when y'all were talking about, people on other people's platforms, they were coming so hard at LP saying that she was allowing us to go in the box and bash them or whatever. No, that wasn't the case, but Bullet's got to take a step back now and look at something, because I think the same thing is happening to her.
Okay, so that is what I brought up too. Is at one time, and she said it herself, is that she's allowed her platform for like a mutual platform at one time, right? For whoever to use her platform, right? And now it's kind of just turned. Hold on, Greenleaf. Just a little bit, Greenleaf. It's turned a different way. But at the end of the day, I think that that's also what that other creator did, and now it's kind of turned a different way. Does that make sense? Because of the subject that was brought up. And that's not bad or wrong, but when do you draw the line? When do you draw the line? And now you got no control. Period. It's like a gang, dude. What's the initiation to get out?
Right. And I
How do you
also
get
think
out?
that some people get in over their heads sometimes and they don't realize it until they're too far in it. And then they're like, oh shit, okay, now I see what I did wrong. Let me fix it.
Yes.
Sometimes it might be too late. Sometimes you have to prove it to people. You got to show it to them. That, hey, that's not what I meant by this. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to do better.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if you say something and it's like taken the wrong way, be like, hey, let me reword that because it was
Exactly.
misunderstood.
Right.
The concept didn't go across the